And we are live.
Well, good morning, everybody. No, we getting there. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Happy Saturday. Happy Money Saturday.
Oh, woo, what you say?
Happy Money Saturday.
Happy Super Saturday.
Super
Happy
Money
Super
Saturday.
Money Saturday. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the BYOB Weekend Show. We kicking off. We on the red carpet today. Well, we on the blue carpet today.
Hey.
And we doing it Superwoman style.
Yes.
We are the prelude to Super Money Saturday. Join us right here in this link when Coach the Reverend Dr. Danielle Winningham kicks off Super Money Saturday. Question is, do you really need a high price product in your business?
Good question, Rose.
What y'all say about that, ladies?
I say that we absolutely do. I say that we need a high priced product or service in our business in order, one, to show the value in the work that we do. We want to free ourselves up in our businesses so that we can work on other things as we move throughout our calendar year. I totally agree that we need a high price ticket product. And I think Coach is joining us as well.
What?
What?
Look at y'all.
Wait a minute.
Coach is in the building, y'all.
All I can say is boom. Look who stepped into the room.
In the room.
Cal.
Natalia said Coach is in the building.
She
Yes.
is in the building.
Like on 100,000 trillion.
Uh-oh.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
That trillion, that's a whole lot of zeros.
That's not
That's a
zero.
lot of zeros.
Actually, to be honest, a billion is a whole lot of
Get
zeros.
that money right.
A billion is a whole lot of zeros.
It sure
It
is. That's a lot of zeros with some other digits in front of those zeros.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot. Oh, don't you look pretty in your red?
Girl, I had to do something super.
Fabulous.
Come on now.
Wait till y'all see them boot camp outfits. Oh, wait till y'all see my new chair. I got it.
Oh, you got it.
Awesome.
When did I get it? I got it, girl, Tuesday night. And I ordered that thing early Monday morning at like 4 a.m. They shipped it here from Dallas to here in less than 36 hours.
Oh, they must.
And that chair must weigh about 300 pounds.
Oh my God, what kind of chair is it?
I thought I showed it to y'all. Look.
Oh, it's a
Yeah, she showed it to us on Monday, I think.
Oh, I probably wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
I'm always missing everything.
You gonna give a glimpse of it to the American people this morning?
What you say?
Live and in living color.
To the American people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure to
Let the Americans.
This is the first picture I saw that made me fall in love.
Ooh, Sookie.
Yeah, that picture.
That chair is heavy, Coach.
Baby, that chair is HAVY. The well-made versions are heavy. That's real furniture. Now they got some, I'm sure, that ain't as heavy. But this one here, that man had to bring it in on the dolly.
Oh, wow.
He had to bring it to my house.
I do remember you saying they told you it was going to get there like 10:30 at night or something. They were going to make sure you had it.
And it's big.
Wow.
Wow.
These chairs are big. So I'm going to show you which one I got.
You going to wear one of them outfits too?
Yeah, I sure am.
Those are some Superwoman chairs.
I'm not going to show them the dress I'm finna wear.
That's what I'm talking about.
Less than what they did.
That's right. That's right.
Come through, Coach.
I like that red.
It's not as we ought to all get one.
We should.
We should.
You know my mind
We
over
will shut
here.
these internet streets all the way down. They
You
would talk
know
about
my
that's
mind
so
over here.
bad.
So everybody, y'all see, we not playing with the super
Watch this
money.
next shot.
Mm-hmm. You know I got some,
Uh-oh.
you know
Yeah, bringing it.
I got some
The
boots.
black and red is everything, ain't it?
Yes, it is. You know I got some
Ooh,
boots
yeah.
similar to that.
I don't think they show mine yet. Mine is gold, but then it's got a hot pink background.
So Rose, you got the Superwoman boots. You just need a chair.
I just need a chair. I got it. Look, I got it covered in the thighs. I got it covered in the boots now.
Girl, so when I saw these
Oh.
chairs, I fell in LOVE.
I know you did. What color boots y'all want me to wear?
But you better ask
Oh.
your man, I'm out of it. So these blues.
I got some to
for your
match this
man.
blue.
So guys, if you
Gotta
have not
do it.
already registered for Social Media Saturday to actually get in the room and actually be able to see on the board where this money comes from, because money is not an anomaly. We've been learning math since we was little. Johnny got $2. He made $2 more. He got $4. But somehow when we get to business, we forget that if you're not making money day over day, your business earnings are going to suffer. And my analogy is comparing it to the dealership. The dealership has cars from $10,000 all the way up to $150,000. Regular cars. I'm not talking about Lambos or Corvettes. I'm talking about if you go get everything you want on a Navigator, you're going to fool around and spend $140, $150.
$1,000.
$150,000.
Easy, on just the Navigator. So I want to encourage you guys that if you're not already signed up, and if you're not already somebody that has high-end products, and Latalia, I want you to talk about that for a minute, because that was like one of the first questions I asked you, when we started coaching together. I was like, what do you have for sale? And
Well, Coach, actually,
how that conversation went.
You asked me that question before I started coaching with you. Yeah, you gave me that nugget when I asked you to be my keynote speaker for my telesummit. And you asked me, well, what's your highest price ticket? And at that point, it was a 6-week coaching package. And you said, no, you're not going to make no money like that. And you're not going to be able to serve the people that want the more valuable, more exclusive products. People have money to pay. They want quality service and they want to feel like they're getting their best. And if they look at what you're charging versus another coach who's charging $60,000, $70,000 for a service, they're going to go to that person because they're going to feel like they're getting more value.
And it's a shame, Latalia. It's a shame, but we all do it. We look at a product and we say, well, that one costs less. So I'm sure the quality is not the same. Mm-hmm. Let me go get my money together and get the more expensive one.
Yep. Not
only that, when you don't have a higher ticket product or a longer relationship product, you're out there every 2 or 3 months trying to reset your client base.
Yes. That was the other thing you said to me. You said, what happens after that 6 weeks? And I said, well, I go back out, I market again, do the same thing over again. And you asked me why. And I remember this day because I was sitting in my car outside of my son's college. I remember that day. Yep. And you had me crying on the phone, Coach, because we connected instantly. And again, this was before I started coaching with you. And you didn't have to give me that,
I did. Let me tell you why. I really take what I do seriously, okay? I really take it as a charge from God, okay? To enrich the life of everybody I touch, client or not. Because God put them in my path, we have an assignment together of some sort.
Yes.
And if you felt like it was only that telesummit, then that was it. If you felt like it was a coaching relationship, then that was it. The people have to determine the shape of their relationship. But I'm a firm believer that when God puts people, and even those of you who are watching, those of you who are listening, you were put here deliberately. Good morning, Don. There's no mistake or accident about you being in this space. So treat your engagement here seriously.
That's right.
Because it's a serious thing for me. So people
Treat
say,
it,
oh, coach, go ahead, Latalia.
no, treat it seriously and also be willing to make the necessary changes. Be willing to make the mindset changes, willing to make the changes operationally and do a different thing. Because what we're doing may not necessarily work, and that's okay. That's the purpose of growth and further learning.
Absolutely.
They call it being coachable. And Latalia, you broke that thing down perfectly. Because a lot of times when people say you have to know how to be coachable, you have to be coachable. Sometimes people don't know what they need.
Yeah.
And you broke that down perfectly.
I didn't know what it meant. For a long time, I thought I was coachable. And then I realized that thinking that I knew better meant that I didn't need the coach. So it really took, for the last couple of years, and I started this a couple of years ago, that I've learned that I really needed a coach all along. And I had to open up and embrace that.
And it's the ongoing thing.
Yeah.
At my level, you know what? Had I not gotten Shavana, it's been over 6 months now. I had to realize, in addition to hiring experts, because I do that too, right? I hire experts to coach me on the things I don't know. But I know as a visionary, I've always got to keep a coach. I go to sleep dreaming about y'all products, y'all services, y'all launches. Who's going to sleep dreaming about me? Did y'all catch that?
Yes, I did.
You got to have somebody that helps you sort out your visions, your next steps, your next level. And when you don't have that, it all runs together in your head.
Yep.
And you got to have a place to set that down and get the help you need to move those needles around and move those needles forward. Here's what I know also. The mass majority of people can't afford your products and services at any level as long as they want them. It's your job to educate them that they want them or need them. When I first started, I was hesitant to price my services high because I know the struggle I had as a single mother with 3 kids. And then I started to think of a few things. Number one, of all the times I went out and created a hustle to get them what they needed. So if I could create a hustle to get them what they needed, why couldn't I create? It wasn't this just as big, just as great, just as important? That was number one. Number two was I had to be honest about the sacrifice. So instead of going out to eat so much, maybe we started, and let me tell you, my kids, and we do this to this day, and my kids flip out about it. We do theme nights, okay? I did one when the pandemic first started, and my kids absolutely flipped out about it. I did Chinese night. We got all of these, the electric you plug in the wall buffet stands. And I did everything from fried rice to sweet and sour chicken.
I remember that.
Nice.
Sesame
That's
chicken.
nice.
I do the lo mein noodles, egg rolls. I do all these different Chinese dishes, girl, but to the hilt. Fortune cookies. You know, if the Chinese got some rice wine, we gonna drink that. But it's gonna be to the hilt. We're gonna use chopsticks.
Yes.
And we're gonna do it all. And I figured out I can do that for $20. And then they gonna pack enough for their lunch tomorrow and go to school showing out. So what are we gonna have? We're gonna have Mexican food this night. I'm gonna do the enchiladas. I'm gonna do nachos. I'm gonna do tacos. And it became like this thing. And we're gonna have the Mexican soda with the real sugar. We're gonna have some sopa pills for dessert.
We're gonna have the experience. Yeah.
We may put up a few piñatas and we're gonna do it all.
Oh, y'all go all out.
It was I don't want you to miss nothing just because we're not spending $100 eating out. I got 3 grown kids. Ain't no more kids meal, no more kids eat free. So when they show up at the restaurant, you talking about $20, $30 a plate.
Yep.
And you careful if they kept Tyler don't eat twice. So you talking about for us to go out to eat was easily $100. And that's what us making, girl, me and my family so cheap. Girl, because we'll order a bowl of lemons and some sugar. And we'll have a lemonade maker.
And make some lemonade.
Girl, at the table.
Yes.
These are all the things I did.
Yes.
So when people tell me, Coach, when they come to me and they need financial advice, and I say, well, you could do this, 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 and this. They say, well, Coach, how do you know that? Because I was broke far longer than I had money. Okay. And that's just the truth of the matter. I remember one time, girl, I was so heated. I had won the little lemonade contest. Hope accidentally knocked my lemonade off. They were about 8 or 9, but she admits it to this day she did it on purpose. We was the type that took our juice packs to the restaurant. Oh, we were soulful. And so when it came time to build this business, I said, look, and I set them down. And I said, if you give me this, I got you. And by the time they graduated school, I was able to buy their cars cash. I was able to pay their tuition. I got a note from Faith about 3 weeks ago. It said, congratulations. This was your last month paying rent. I'm paying rent for several people for years. You understand what I'm saying? But I had to give up something to get here. And that's people's problem, is that they don't want to give up, or they say they don't have anything to give up. But you got to look deep. You got to be creative. And if you really want it, you not only gotta get in, you got to get in for the long haul. Y'all's haul is way less longer than mine. If you can free yourself in a year or 2, you're doing great. It took me 4 years to free myself and 9 years total to get where I am today. Because I did not have that guidance. And people don't realize how critical it is. But yeah, me and my family, we've been through some stuff. But it paid off for them at the end, and it's still paying off for them. But we had to make some sacrifices.
Amen. And our journey is shorter because of you, because of the journey you decided to take. That makes our journey shorter.
So the thing about that, and this is what people fail to realize too, is that your journey is as short or as long as your believability. The first step is you got to believe it's possible for you to make this level of money. Amen.
Absolutely.
That's the hardest part. The hardest part is not making it. Because if we did a Freaky Friday, that's one of our favorite movies. Y'all know what Freaky Friday is? It's not what some of y'all think it is.
It's when they switch places, switch roles.
When they switch roles. If we did a Freaky Friday and I got in your body with my confidence, even if I didn't have my knowledge, just give me my belief. I could have a 6-figure launch for each and every one of y'all. I know that. Why? Because it's your belief that powers you. It's not the strategy. It's not the strategy. It's that I know I can do this. I know I need to do this. I'm gonna be relentless in doing this. I'm not gonna let the enemy talk me out of it. I'm not gonna let other people talk me out of it. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do this.
And I'm not going to let myself talk me out of this.
That's your biggest, ooh. Can somebody say self?
Self.
You won't talk me out of it.
Facing your own fear.
Do you know that is your biggest competitor? Yourself. If anybody walked up to you, talking to you the way you talk to yourself, you would hit them in their mouth.
Listen, you be fighting.
We call ourselves dumb, and that was so. How many of y'all have ever said this to yourself? Girl, that was so stupid. Why did you do that? That was so dumb.
Not how many said it, how many times we said it to ourselves.
Countless times.
I'm doing better.
This last week has been
We are
particularly.
super women, but that's the kryptonite.
Yeah.
What was that, Dawn?
I said this last week. How many times have I said that? Just in the last week, I've been having a particularly hard time arguing with myself because I have that doubt creep in and I have to fight that back off and, tell it, okay, we're not doing this now. We're on a good path. It's not like it used to be. And I have to just constantly remind myself.
Well, I want y'all to do a couple of things this week differently. I want y'all to work really hard to get that Business Bestie program started, because you will never win an argument with you. She just goes away for now. She waits until you're not feeling well. She waits until you had a bad day. She waits until, she knows you. And she waits until your defenses are down. She waits until you can't sleep at night. She waits until nobody else is around. She waits till it's rainy and gloomy outside, and then she creeps up and says, who do you think you are? And then this is what y'all say to yourself. This is what she says to you. Well, you're not Coach Danielle. If y'all only knew I'm more of you than you would ever realize. I'm you. I'm a girl. Chanel gets on me all the time about calling myself dumb and stupid. I go through the same things y'all go through with your kids. I just figured out I don't have to struggle with money. I figured that part out. I ain't figured out how to lose weight quite yet. I definitely ain't figured out how to handle these children because they crazy. I ain't figured the man part out yet because he crazy. Let me see what else. Anything else? Definitely couldn't do nothing with my mom while she was alive, because that girl, she would pull power strings over me in a minute, okay? I couldn't make her take her meds. I couldn't make her do nothing, because she would say in a minute, I'm the mama, So,
don't matter how old you are, she the mama.
And I'm still, yes, ma'am, okay.
I pull the mama card in a minute.
Right. But that girl, I couldn't do nothing with that girl. So for the most part, half the time my house is just probably as much a mess as yours is. The only reason it don't be, because I keep somebody coming in here between them and Mr. Troy, because Mr. Troy literally walks and cleans up after me. I feel so bad sometimes. I eat a bag of pistachios, leave a pile of nutshells, and he comes to me and he's like, But for the most part, I'm you. The insecurities, the uncertainties, y'all refuse to let them beat me. That's why I'm working so hard to help y'all have these 5- and 6-figure launches, because once you do, and once you know it's possible, you won't ever stop, because now you know it's possible. Right now you're operating in the, is this possible space? Oh, it's possible, but you're gonna need a laser focus. And I do mean laser. And that's another thing we struggle with as women too, is we do a lot. We do a whole lot. And we don't always devote enough time to this for what we want it to pay us out. If you can get your job 40 when it's your launch season, you're gonna have to figure out how to pull some 40-hour weeks over here. It just is what it is. Keita will tell you, you will be tired out your mind, your head will be spinning, your hair will be knotted up and matted up, but you won't care.
Them dollars rolling through.
Huh?
I said you won't care when you see them dollars rolling through.
And it's not just about the money.
It's the
It's about the freedom. It's about the ability to take care of your family at the next level. It's about the not having to worry. See, with me, it's not about the money. It's about the not having to worry about money. Do y'all get that? Does that make sense what I'm saying? So it's not about, and y'all make sure y'all are sharing the link, because if you haven't registered for Super Money Saturday to get in the room, we're going to have an amazing day. So my moderators, make sure you're sharing the links on Facebook, Periscope, wherever you are, bit.ly/supermoney21, so we can get you signed up. But no, it's never that I'm money hungry. It's just I understand now that, number one, abundance is my birthright. I don't have to fight for it. It's not hard. When you're fighting yourself. Okay? That's the only person you're fighting. So that's number one. And then number two, that God wants you to have it. But he wants you to do some things in exchange. He wants you to help some people. Because there's some things in this world that are systemically broken. I mean, Don, the internet moves so fast.
It sure does. It's hard for experts to keep up on it. So it's constantly evolving.
Not even Dawn does it move so fast. It moved in on us.
Yes.
Girl, the government don't know how to govern it. Parents don't know how to monitor it. Kids don't yet understand the dangers.
Now we're at a point we have to reverse engineer what happened. How did we get here?
Yep. Corporations don't know how to guard against it because they're still getting hacked. I logged in somewhere the other day and they said your password was part of a system-wide hack. You got to change your passwords everywhere. I'm like, oh my God.
Which is why I liked the theme for this year's Data Privacy Day, which was 2 days ago. And the theme is own your privacy. And it's one thing that we as Americans don't do, but other countries do, where we don't really control our own data and our own privacy. We have to sign these terms and agreements. We have to agree to how they're going to take this information. So we're at their mercy. We don't own our own identities.
And to be honest, Dawn, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole because I can't wait for the World Virtual Summit. But to be honest, it's almost too late for us to get ours back. We done signed too many pieces of paper, too many agreements. The man was talking about how he took Google off his phone and Google was still collecting data.
Yeah. Well, Android is Google, just about. It'll still track you even if you shut it off.
So my point being,
I saw something on TV. They were advertising for 60 Minutes on Sunday. And they were interviewing the guy from the government, and the interviewee asked him, do you think my information has been compromised by a certain place? And he said, oh yes, I can tell you 110% it has been.
Yeah. Some of us have all been compromised by certain entities, and I won't name them here, but
we don't even know it, and we don't even know it.
And it's never a matter of if. We need to not ever look at it as if I get. It is when. Right. And has it already happened?
But see, Dawn, that's the level of, and that's why I was telling you the other day when you posted your book cover in the group, and I'm gonna tell them this in the mentorship. Post your book cover out to your fans. Let them start to engage with what you're doing and get them interested in what you're doing, because that is what you were put here to do. And all of us were put here to do something in our own little way that's going to save the world.
Yeah, and I did get a lot of that feedback.
Yeah, so we definitely need to understand that whatever you were put here to do is that thing that is going to pay you. And you don't have to pay a small amount for that thing. I'm going to jump on Clubhouse, but I need help because I don't know how to get in a reminder. Do y'all know how?
How to get in how? With a reminder?
I set up a reminder for 9 o'clock on Clubhouse. I don't know how to go in.
I think it's on your calendar. If you click the calendar icon, because I did too. I added it to
you click the calendar icon, and then there's something that says My Events. It says Upcoming for You. You click on that arrow, and then it says My Events. And you press My Events.
It actually should be in the hallway too, because it started, right?
Y'all so smart. That was it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. So we are live on Clubhouse right now.
Sorry.
Hey, Mama Gray, how are you? Miss Carolyn Gray just joined the room. Guys, and we're talking about today what the strategy behind your first your first 5 or 6. And it depends on where you're coming from, because you do have to make $1 before you make 5. Everybody understands that you do have to get out there and make money before you make a lot of money. But we're talking about today for Super Money Saturday. And if you haven't registered to come into the Zoom room, because I'm going to actually be putting some numbers on paper later tonight, make sure you go to bit.ly/supermoney21. And MJ, you have to remind me as to who I'm going to be interviewing this morning, because you know I read it and then it dipped. But I'm here with my superhero girls. Y'all come off mute and tell everybody, hey.
Hey.
Welcome, everybody.
So guys, and we'll be open for questions. So the big thing this morning, we're talking about why you need high ticket items. And not just high ticket items, but you need a mix of high ticket items and everyday priced items. I call the high ticket items your Kim Kardashian products, right? Because somebody somewhere can afford to pay you for your ultimate VIP luxury product. And if you don't have one created, number one, you can't sell what you haven't created. Does everybody agree with that, right? You can't sell what you have not created. Number one. Number two, when somebody comes along and they really, really want that product, you're going to underprice it, because you're going to be so happy they waving a check in your face that you're going to underprice it. I've done it before. It happens to the best of us. We have to be very, very careful that it doesn't happen to you, and it doesn't happen to you when you're prepared. So for those in the Zoom room, if you have questions about creating and selling, let me say that, because it's not just about creating a high ticket product. It's about how do you get that $15,000, $25,000, $50,000 product sold. And it is, you have to be able to show the value. I want everybody to write that down. Show the value. So if I say my product is $50,000, no, everybody doesn't have $50,000, but a lot of people do. So I show the value. You're going to be working with me for a year. You're going to get X number of sessions. You get access to X amount of my already current material or programs. Once a year, you get access to my conference, 2 or 3 profit planning sessions, And then I fly to you once a year. You fly to me for a small group VIP session, and you can add all that up, right? It's like a value meal. Let me break it down where the peoples can understand. So if you go to McDonald's and you just say you get a Big Mac and it's $4, and a large fry is $2, that's $6, and a large Coke is $2, that's $8. But they say you can get this value meal for $5.99. That is exactly how you show the value of a high price product. If you have a one-on-one with me, it's $1,500. If you sign up for my platinum mentorship, 12 one-on-ones valued at $1,500 each, y'all doing the math, is included. That's $18,000. So even if I just sold you that at $15,000, I would say you're already saving $3,000. You got to understand how to articulate the value of your product with the person that's buying it. And understand too, everybody does not have the money to buy your high ticket product, but somebody somewhere not only does have the money, or if they don't have the money, guess what they'll do? They will go and find it. People are spending money every day, y'all. They spending absurd amounts of money for shoes, ungodly amounts of money for purses, crazy amounts of money for hair. I spent $300 for the bundles to get my daughter's hair done. That's not even the hair do. That's just the hair. And that's not even super expensive. There are bundles that cost way more than that. So when you think about what you're offering, whether it's peace of mind, whether it's Latalia, an opportunity for them to ignite their dreams, whether Dr. Cynthia's opportunity for them to bounce back from their misfortunes with finances, whether Rose is the opportunity to free them from not having to do their own sales calls, whether CJ is the opportunity for them to become certified as a minority-owned business, Monique helping them find government contracts, Dawn helping them feel peace in a cyber takeover world. You almost can't put a price tag on what you offer. And the person that really wants it will buy it. And let me help you guys with something. It's not for you to feel bad when they don't. Did that help anybody?
Yes, ma'am. Because that's when the gremlins start to creep in. When you're presenting something you've created that you know will help move them further or help them along in their business, and they turn it down, you have to always remember that's not a front to you or what your product.
It's not personal.
It's not personal. It's business.
Because in my mind, you're gonna stay exactly where you are until you get this help. Or even if you don't, it's not my quandary. I did my part. I created the product. I showed up. Now, it is your job to know how to present a product so that people say yes. You can't go in there mumble mouth. You got to know your facts. You got to know how to relate to people. You got to know the art of persuasion. You got to know what they think is important. You got to listen and take notes and relate to that person. All of those things are your responsibility to know how to do. But at the end of the day, whether they say yes or no, that is not, baby, don't carry that on your shoulder. You go on about your business. Nunu was on Clubhouse. She wanted to add something.
Yes, Coach. I just wanted to say that as a business owner, you have to remain postured. That's what you've been talking about. Know your value, know what the value of your product is. And then as you present it, like you said, it's not for everybody, but if they are really serious about their why and they drilled it down, they'll come forth. It may not be the right time for them, but we have to, and we don't want to just, kind of throw away people. We still want to have open doors for them. But again, it's not for everybody. And we can't sit up as business owners doesn't sign up for our class. We got to go look for the next person who needs us now.
But see, and this is what I do differently that most coaches don't do. That's why I teach you how to create a menu of products. Listen to what I'm saying, where everybody can still get something. If you go in a grocery store for bread, the only thing on the loaf ain't that $7. What's the name of that bread? Jason's Lyrics. They got all the oats and grains. Y'all know what bread I'm talking about? What's Entelman's? What's that bread called?
Is
Are
that
you
James
talking about-
Taylor bread?
The name of it, I remember I know what you're talking about though.
But it's an ugly bread. It's very healthy, but it's ugly.
Oh, you're talking about Ezekiel?
Ezekiel bread?
Ezekiel, y'all knew what I was saying.
She
Yeah.
say Jason's.
Jason's Lyrics.
Jason's Lyrics.
That just made me think of Dave's Killer
Ain't
Bread.
that a movie, Jason's
Dave's Killer
Lyrics?
bread too, yes. Those breads are $7 and $8 a loaf, but that's not your only option. Okay, you got bread that's gonna be on the shelf $1, $1.50. Now you can choose from the $1.50 bread that we know is empty calories, that we know is mineral deficient, that we know was created with bleached flour. But if all you got is $1.50, you can still make you a sandwich. But now, if you're health conscientious and you got the money, you may buy that $9 loaf of bread. And if your coach can help you create a suite of products and show you how everybody doesn't get the same access, but everybody can have access to the same information, then that is where the problem resides.
Coach, I think that speaks to the quality of the coaching that's received as well, because people can get a coach, and pay little and think that they're going to get a lot, and even sometimes pay, more, but still don't get the quality that they need to get them to the point where the coach has reached, because that's what we're looking to do. We're looking to grow to the point that you have, with your success. So that's
Well,
something
you got to make sure that your coach is not only going to be transparent, but they're going to show you the behind the scenes, because nothing is the same in the front as it is behind the scenes. The front may glitter and sparkle and be real pretty, and then you look behind the scenes and it may be stuff all on the floor, remnants of last week, but it runs, and that should encourage you to let you know that nothing is perfect.
Well, I think for me was that I already had a coach, and I needed to realize that that was just a stepping stone for me to find a better coach. And it's okay to evaluate that and making sure that you're getting the coaching that's right for you, because it's different for every person with every coach, right?
It really is. And that's why I tell people, you got to do what's best for you. And let me tell y'all this too, which is important to me, and then I'll open it up for questions, and then I'll talk to whoever's on the deck first to talk to this morning. Is your coach speaking the language of your money? Did everybody catch that? Is your coach speaking the language of there's coaches out there, they gonna show you their cars and they jewelry and they house and how they kids living, but they're not talking to you about your plan, your money in your face, about your launch, about your next level, about how are you gonna get there. And if they can't teach you how to get there, right? Because everybody can't. Some people are in places and they can't teach you how to get there. They can't teach you how to get there, then that's not a good fit. So guys, if you've not registered for Super Saturday, because tonight I'm going to be putting these numbers on pen, paper, calculator. Make sure you go to bit.ly/supermoney21 so you can come into the Zoom room and see what it really takes to put up 7 figures in a year. What it really takes to have a 5-figure launch, a 6-figure launch. Those things are super important, because your days make your months make your year. You don't just pop up and have a 7-figure year. It's made throughout the month. So who am I interviewing this morning, Medina? I read it and I don't know why it fleeted my head.
We got Miss CJ up on the panel this morning. We got Miss Dawn on the panel, and Miss Berlin's out in the audience, but she'll come on the panel too.
Okay, great, thank you. So guys, if you have any...
Real quick, Coach, I'm gonna have to run. I have to go. You put some things on paper for me that I need to go execute. You ladies have a great morning. I'll see you back at 2 o'clock.
All right, thank you, Nunu. And guys, if anybody in the audience has a question about your high ticket product, go ahead and raise your hand. If you don't have a high ticket product and you want the business on how to get one, go ahead and raise your hand, because you're not gonna know unless you ask, and you're not gonna get coaching like this at random anywhere else. Somebody else gonna tell you something and have you chomping at the bits. And not, Juanice, did you have a question about your high ticket product?
No, ma'am. I was trying to get back in the room.
Okay. So, first of all, I want to talk to, let me start off by talking to CJ this morning. And what I want you guys to understand is that there is money in the land, okay, to help propel you in front of more people. If you want a greater chance of selling your high ticket item, part of that formula is the more people you get in front of, the better chance you got of somebody saying, yes, I'll take that. So CJ, I want you to talk about this morning, all of the money that's available. I know you were inboxing me the other day about these new loans that the SBA has. We still got EIDL money and PPP money on the table. There's just so much money being offered. And I know you're about to launch your brand, helping women become certified minority and women-owned businesses. Can you just talk to them about why they even need to belong to a community to show them where this money is, so that they can have the money they need for coaching, for marketing, for advertising? That whole bootstrap your business, guys, and just building things with your hand and from scratch, not only does it get tiresome, it gets old. So CJ, I'm going to open up the floor for you to talk about that. And guys, again, if you want access to this information, I'm going to be having a Fight for Your Money boot camp. CJ is going to be one of the speakers. It's $20.21. It is February 12th through the 19th. Did I get that right? Or the 2nd through the 9th? What is it?
I believe it was the 9th through the 12th, wasn't it, Coach?
It's the 9th through the 12th. And those tickets are only $20.21. If you're ready to fight for your money in 2021, and the link is in my Instagram bio, go to bit.ly/moneyfight21. I'm giving away a ton of amazing bonuses. I'm giving away a business assessment that's valued at over $500 to help you really realize what your business needs right now. I'm giving away a wealth planning journal to help you stay on top of your wealth. And I'm also giving away a business startup checklist. You might not think you need it, but when you get through talking to CJ, you're going to know you need this business startup checklist. The mass majority of businesses are turned down for grants, PPP money, EIDL money, and business credit. So you got 4 different types of money you're losing because your business is not set up correctly. So CJ, you want to talk about that and the process that our community had to even go through, and how we found out our businesses were not set up correctly?
Awesome. Yes, Coach. First, thank you so much for the opportunity to share with you all It is definitely, I'm so excited about Super Saturday. It is a super duper Saturday. And I do want to let you all know that there is truly indeed money in this land. And it is just that simple, whereas you have to position yourself to get the money that you qualify for, that you and your business is, that you're privy to this money. So what I love about this community is, I would just have to say that if it wasn't for Coach pushing the community to take advantage of the inheritance that we are afforded, a lot of us would not have applied and got funded for the money that was out here as a result of the pandemic. So Coach first had to start with our mindset. She first had to, you had a community, so it was very beneficial for us to be in the community because we were able to have that sisterhood. We were able to lean on each other, where one person may not have the mindset to even believe that they can get some of this money. You know, you know who you are. One who's like, I'm not going to mess with the government. I don't want nothing from the government. I won't be off the radar. But you are running real, profitable, viable businesses. But that is not the mindset that we should have today, when there is clearly money all around us. So having a community, we were able to work, well, Coach was able to help work through that, literally. So once you get in the mindset and realize that money is your friend, and there is money in the land for you, and that money is an energy, and you set your intention that you can qualify, you can utilize this money. Then, then those are the times when the money was so easy for us. And as a result of our community, as a result of that, our process was very easy. Our process, this community, we were getting funded in 24 to 48 hours.
What we're talking about, guys, is the money that is available to you as a sole. So let's talk about where the rubber missed the road. Okay, there were so many lies about this money that if you didn't have employees, you couldn't get it. That's a lie. You can still go and qualify for emergency funding from the SBA. You won't get it as quick. You'll have to go through a little lengthier process. But if you've not gotten that money, you can still go qualify, even if you're a sole proprietor or individual contractor. You do not have to have a whole bunch of employees. That was wrong. Number two, you don't have to be making a whole lot of money in your business. Matter of fact, all that was required, they didn't ask you anything about earnings. They asked you, when was your business established? And I think the establishment date was February, sometimes in February 2020.
February 15th.
Okay, so if your business was established before February 15, 2020, you qualify for this money. We're talking about enough money for you to hire a coach, enough money for you to run advertising and marketing campaigns. We're talking about enough money for you to get your business in off the ground and in an earning position. So again, it was so, and then we saw the people on the news, CJ, going to jail because they bought Lamborghinis with the money. We saw people going to jail because they didn't do the right things with the money. And we were like, oh my God, I don't want that to be me. Well, they just didn't follow simple instructions, because the instructions were very finite. You had to use the money either for employee expenses, including paying yourself, rent for your establishment, or utilities. for your establishment. Had those individuals simply paid themselves in a structured manner, then went to the dealership and bought the Lamborghini, wouldn't have been nothing the government could do.
Exactly.
But some of those people you saw on TV didn't have businesses at all, was paying fake people. So they didn't tell you the whole story, right? But if you, as long as you filled out your paperwork, you were truthful, you got your money, and you did exactly what you were supposed to do with the money. Once the money hit your bank account, you could do whatever with it because you're an employee. So if you needed to pay your light bill, don't pay it out of the business account. Structure your payroll to go to you on the 1st and the 15th, or every Friday, every Thursday, whatever you want to do. And then once that money hits your bank account, you do whatever you want to do with it. So it's simply a matter of following the rules. But I say all of that to say, some of you guys are quick to say you can't afford, and you got thousands of dollars in resources available to you. Aaliyah, if you want to come on the stage real quick and talk about the grant program that we have in the community and how many individuals have gotten grants. I know recently you got a grant from Facebook, not just cash, but how many of you guys would like to run a free Facebook ads campaign? We got to stop saying we don't have money for certain things and align ourselves in the right communities that are going to show us where to find those resources. Good morning, Aaliyah.
Good morning, Coach. Thank you so much for allowing me to come on the stage. I really appreciate the opportunity because you've given me.
I'm gonna reset y'all real quick. When I bring y'all on the stage, and CJ, I want you to go back and introduce yourself, who you are, and what you do. But Aaliyah, if you could tell us who you are and what you do, that would be great.
Great, thank you. So my name is Aaliyah Sherrod, and I help and educate mostly women and minorities to become financially free and to create wealth using life insurance and other insurance products. And that's what I do. And Coach has been instrumental in me deciding and helping women in that course. And Coach has been instrumental in putting me in charge of the grant team in her brand. And so what we do is that we find and locate grants for everyone. So we started off with myself. CJ encouraged me to get the PPP loan for my business, which I did, and was granted a PPP loan. Actually the grant where you don't have to pay it back, because I did spend most of it on my salary and another employee's salary. Also, the grants, we applied for the Facebook grant, and I didn't think I'd get it. But at the end of the year, Facebook decided we've got to give out all this money. So I got the $2,500 for the grant. That's the actual cash money. The next thing was, when you apply for the grant, you ask for Facebook ad credits. Now, I don't think I've ran a Facebook ad before, or if I did, I spent my own money. Well, Facebook said, run ads. $1,500 is a lot of money to run an ad. Coach, how much do you recommend we spend a day? What, $10 a day?
If you do $20 a day, $1,500 would let you run 15 weeks of Monday through Friday ads. That's a lot of ads.
That's a lot. And that's for new business. We haven't started. And Coach is allowing me to do this because she's helping me to put my ads together so that I can create wealth and generational wealth for my family. We have got to step out of our comfort zone. We have got to join a coach who will help you, who will bring you out of your comfort zone, who will make you go to the lengths of helping yourself. Because a lot of us just sit back and figure out our own answers and say, we can't do something. Well, you can, and you need a coach that will help you along the way to do that. And that's what I did. So I got the Facebook ad credits, the PPP, where I have applied for so many grants, and our team as a whole, we're meeting on, I think it's the first Tuesday, which is next week. We're meeting, and we'll be able to have the link shortly, but we're meeting every month and we're doing working sessions, helping everyone apply for grants while we're on the Zoom call. It is so key. I can tell you about a grant, but if you don't know how to apply for it, you know, what good is it?
And what I want to point out too, guys, is these grants are very different than a nonprofit grant that's going to require you to fill out 20 and 30 pages of paperwork. These grants are not as labor intensive. And even the ones that do require more, we help you with that too. Guys, but what I want to say too is you got to be in a stance of being willing and ready to fight for your money. Stop laying down and thinking that all you have access to is what you get at a job. And that's why we're hosting this Fight for Your Money boot camp, to show you what tools and options you have to change your life. Go to bit.ly/moneyfight21. The link is on my Instagram bio page, and sign up. Where else can you go for $20.21 and learn how to change your life by changing your relationship with money? You've got to stop being afraid of money. You've got to stop being afraid to invest money. You've got to stop being afraid to earn money. And I'm not going to lie, for a long time, I was afraid of earning money outside of a job. But that's the only thing that's going to take you to that next level of riches. And if that's where you want to go and that's where you want to be, then you've got to be willing to fight for it. We fight for everything else. We fight when somebody roll their eyes at us. We fight because somebody said something about us behind our back. But none of those fights are important if we're broke. None of those fights are important if we don't have 6 months or a year of revenue in case something happens. None of those fights are important if we can't save our families and we can't save ourselves. Get in the fight that is important, because when you fight for your money, you are fighting for your life.
Ooh, Coach, that was powerful. We are in a fight, and again, I was fearful about fighting for that money, but I'm not fearful anymore. Not anymore.
And guys, we're gonna even have some opportunities, guys. If you want to sponsor somebody to attend, actually, you can sponsor 2 people. I know Jennifer asked last week. If you go and buy the ticket and put sponsor in the referral code, bit.ly/moneyfight21, that will sponsor somebody who can't afford to attend in its entirety to come. And y'all know how I am with sponsorship. I'm not going to give anybody a free ticket. I'm going to say, if you really need it, you got to meet us at least half the way. So any of you guys that want to pay it forward for a sister that can't afford, or 2 sisters that can't afford, go to bit.ly/moneyfight21 and in the referral code, put sponsor.
I have a question for CJ or Coach. So earlier you said that the PPP money was available for businesses who launched by or before February of 2020. What about people who are looking to position themselves for 2021? Are there any opportunities coming up for them if they didn't have their business in play in 2020?
So the money is being given out on both sides of the house. It's being given out to personal individuals. Hey, good morning, Darius. And it's being given out to businesses. So, and I mean a ton of money, guys. Everything from money for your mortgage, money for your rent. I know a lot of people frown down on stamps and EBT, but you know, money is money in this season, you know. So if you're struggling, then you need to make sure that you're putting your hand out and taking advantage of these opportunities, because that's money you don't have to spend at the grocery store. Every city has money. Every county has money. Every state has money, and they're all giving it away for different things. So you need to get out there and learn how to fish for yourself, because a lot of these opportunities are random. They're just putting names in the hat. If they draw your name, you can get $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. And again, even though you're getting it, Latalia, on the personal side, nobody can tell you what to do with that money. So the best thing for you to do is invest in that money in a business. If you're getting a stimulus check, you need to be trying to figure out how to use that stimulus check to build you a business. Because once that money runs out, if you don't have some type of business built, then what are you going to do? The money is gone and the money is just gone. So Alina, good morning. You had a question. Welcome to the stage.
Good morning. Yes, I do have a question. So you mentioned about the whole like structuring. So let's say you got money for your business. However, you didn't do it the right way. So in other words, you might have put it, like myself, I put it inside of my my business account. However, I just tapped into it like crazy just for everyday living. And now if you want to go for some type of grant, I mean, how do you explain that you went to Dunkin' Donuts and bought coffee? I mean, I'm just,
So my suggestion, and guys, what her question was, if you got the money and you didn't do the right thing, what do you do? My suggestion is to go ahead and recreate that experience. You understand what I'm saying? It's never too late for you to start paying yourself. So if they gave you $20,000, let's just say, start now paying yourself $1,000 a week for the next 20 weeks or whatever that looks like. Even if that means you got to put the money in order to pay yourself, all they're looking for, and CJ, you tell me if I'm right or wrong, all they're looking for is a record that you paid yourself that money. So it's not too late for you to create those records. Go ahead, CJ.
No, you're absolutely right. And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just so excited. I am a CJ Alston with Shaquanda, CJ Alston, accountant. And business owners hire me to take care of their financial planning. That's so first, that's absolutely correct. A couple things. If you did not do the right thing with the money and you don't want to provide any supporting documentation, then the loan will stay at a 1% loan. Still not a bad loan, but you have the opportunity to turn that loan into a forgivable grant. So the only thing you have to do is, and that is one thing most of us as solo entrepreneurs, we call, that's called commingling. Something we commingle our personal experiences with our business expenses. Coach is correct. You set aside an amount to pay yourself. In regards to the PPP specifically, they only, in the beginning, they only allowed you 8 weeks to spend the money. For people like yourself, they extended that to 24 weeks. So now what you want to do is you want to position yourself and do just as Coach mentioned, pay yourself and make sure you have a good system of record. Or if that time has passed, then you want to make sure you hire the help that you need to get you some financial documents in place and in order. And I hope that answered your question.
And Alina, we're going to be talking about that more at the Fight for Your Money boot camp. So girl, since you done already bought your Dunkin' Donuts and your coffee, go and spend $20 and 21 cents to get you a ticket.
I'm just spend $20 and 21 cents, and I'm going to sponsor somebody.
Very good. Thank you, guys. And for all of you guys buying a sponsor ticket now, I just want to thank you in advance. We were talking about right before the show started. People talk about, oh, Coach, will you make so much money now? Yeah, I tried to put it closer. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna have to get a boom speaker, but I know what to do. I'm gonna order that today. People talk about, well, Coach, you make so much money, But the thing about it is, there was a longer period of time that I had to make do. And so I understand your last $20 or your last $10. And I get that. But at the same time, we can't give it away to people because people don't have the same energy when they don't have skin in the game. So it's very critical that you have skin in the game. And don't be afraid, guys, as business owners, to hire bookkeepers and people to help you. Really keep your business papers in line. Don't ever be afraid of that, because that's part of being comfortable to earn that next level money. If your money affairs are raggedy as they is, it makes, trust and believe, I know, it makes it very uncomfortable for you to earn that next level of money, because you thinking them people are gonna come to get you. What, Tanya, you had your hand up. Did you have a question, or you want to comment?
And Coach, let me also add, and the truth of the matter is, you're not really doing anything wrong. You just have to hire the help that you need to help you with your statement of position, right? Help you with your P&L, help you with your balance sheet.
But you know what, CJ, even if I am wrong, that's what I'm hiring people for. Guys, I want to take a minute to welcome Jamia to the Fight for the Money boot camp. She just bought her ticket and requested to get in the group. So welcome, Jamia. Deja Little, woo-hoo. She just purchased her ticket. Brenda, I think Brenda's on Periscope. She just bought her ticket and requested to get into the group. So guys, let me tell you, money rewards speed. If you're here and we're talking about grants and levels of money that you didn't know anything about before today, or you knew about it and you didn't get access to it, go to bit.ly/moneyfight2020 and get your ticket now, so that you're not still in the dark even after all of this. What is it, CJ? $340 billion? $640 billion.
What's the number?
How much money are they giving in round of
this round altogether has been over that, but this round is 284.5 billion for the PPP only.
Baby, higher than I can count. Higher than I can count. I don't know anybody in this room or around us that can afford not to have a name in the hat. It don't matter if they tell you no. We had people that was told no. We went back again to get people yeses. You got to stop. That's why I'm calling it the Fight for Your Money boot camp, because baby, sometimes fighting for your money is a fight.
Coach, and you already know, I learned that from my coach. There's a reason why Tim Grover book Relentless is my favorite book, because we were relentless about getting you all this money. When something came up, it was just little small nuances. Y'all have to understand there are system glitches, and they had to own those. That's what we did. We went right back to the drawing board. Apply again. Why is she denied? Why are they denied? When clearly you qualify for this money. So you want to make sure that you hire somebody who have that level of relentlessness when it comes down to you. And that is the type of coach that we have. She's going to be relentless about your money more than you are.
I love that. And let me add that you get an opportunity to choose what you're fighting for. Oftentimes we're fighting for things that come in our experience that we're a victim of, right? So you get to fight to struggle. You're going to fight one way or another. You know, some of us are fighting illnesses. Some of us are fighting bad relationships. We're fighting something. So take the opportunity to choose what the hell you want to fight for.
Some of us are fighting for dead things. Can I just say that real quick? Some of us is in the valley of the dead bones and just fighting for things that God have pruned away from us, that he have cut away from us, that he have amputated away from us, that he has pushed away from us, that he has posed away from us as far as he can. And we still keep going back and getting that fear. We still keep going back and getting them old ugly feelings from our past. We still keep going back and getting that same man. We still keep going back to that same situation. Latalia, you got me started this morning, girl. Some of us are
Let's go.
And he been told us to let go. He been told you to let go of depression. He been told you to let go of being broke. He been telling you to let go of not being confident, thinking that everybody else better than you. He been told you to let go of them things, and you fighting to keep them.
Preach, preacher.
And you fighting to keep them. You fighting to keep that job that don't have no respect for you. You fighting to keep, come on now, you fighting to keep these bills.
Let me just say, what else we fighting for, Miss Linda? What you say?
I said, and they're weighing people down.
It is. And we're fighting for $600. When you just change your mindset, business owners, you can get upwards to $10 million. I said it. So you're fighting. So where's my 600? Where's my 600? Where my 600? Well, baby, I'm trying to show you 10 million.
Where your 6,000?
Exactly. So you could believe, you could believe God for that. But you don't have the mindset to believe for increase.
It's a
difference. Really set you up.
And I'll be transparent and say there are times I'm fighting to stay broke because that's what I know. I'm fighting to stay in that position because that's the generational pattern. And so I'm immersing myself. I'm making a choice to fight for my wealth, to fight to break that cycle. That's my fight. That's why I'm making a choice to get up in the mornings and do what I need to do. I'm up at night, shifting my consciousness, but also taking the action steps from a coach in a community that can take my life and the next generation in a different direction. So we get to choose.
You got choices as to what to do with your time. And you got good ways to fight and bad ways to fight. You should be spending 90% of your time fighting to get rid of your bad thought processes, your bad thought behaviors, your bad energy about money. You got choices. We all have it. Latalia, because you know what? We don't know no different. So when you don't know no different, you do stay robbing Peter to pay Paul. Mm-hmm. And it's a horrible feeling.
And I ain't ashamed to admit it, because you have to be willing to break the shame pattern as well, because we do things that keep us in shame and guilt, and money is a huge part of that.
Mm. You know what? And also too, Latalia, and I'm not, it's never a judgment zone for me, because there was a time, that's how I can teach it. Because there was a time when payday loan was my friend. And I remember specifically saying, I'm going to fight. And see these 2 payday loans I have? They were like, Miss Johnson, I was Johnson back then. Miss Johnson, you want to renew? Nope. You sure you don't want to renew? Nope. I'm going to fight through this. And granted, yes, I mean, it had some rice and gravy, but it was the hardest thing I ever had to go through. But I knew I was breaking those generational curses. I was breaking those money curses off of my life. And I knew that. I was like, okay, I really don't have a payday loan. And so then you go through that process, and I'm like, now I'm at a point where for this community, through having a coach, y'all, I don't have no more job. And it's like, wait a minute, I've been working since I was 13. I know I am now a full-time entrepreneur. I left a Fortune 50 company. So you have to fight, because you would never make the amount of money that you earn now as you did working them folks' land.
And see, I want to point out, we fought to go to work. You
Yes, we
know,
did.
you fought to get dressed, you fought to get the kids dressed, you fought through traffic, you fought through car accidents, you fought to get the gas to put in your car. Then you get there, you gotta fight your boss because he crazy. You gotta fight your co-workers because they backstabbers. You gotta fight for your promotion. You gotta fight for a 1% or 2% increase. Who giving out pennies like that? You gotta fight to have somewhere to work. They trying to move your office space around, or you gotta fight for the tools to do your job. They got you on some dinosaur laptop and wondering why you ain't moving so fast. If you're gonna do all of that fighting to work for somebody else, when do you fight for yourself?
I'm sorry, I'm screaming over here. That
I'm
is so
telling you.
good.
But Latalia said something about breaking that whole shame, and social media
Yes.
makes it look like everybody else has got it going on but you, right? Because they posted a picture of food, or they posted a picture of vacation, and they posted but none of that speaks to their real financial situation. Because I've known people go on vacation and come back from vacation to be evicted. Come back from vacation and ain't got gas money or food money for the next 2 weeks. Come back from vacation and live in pillar to post. So no, we as individuals don't always make the right decisions on how to fight with our money, but it's the strategy. And I know there's a bunch of people out there teaching you how to budget this, that, and the other. But sometimes budgeting ain't enough. You just got to get out there and fight to earn more. Budgeting ain't going to never free you from your job. You got to earn more. So I want to open it up for questions, comments. What, Tanya, did you have a comment, love?
I have a comment, Coach, when you get a chance.
No, ma'am, I didn't have anything, Coach.
Okay, love. Thank you. Go ahead, Leslie.
Coach, thank you so much for having me on the platform this morning. I am so super excited. Let me tell you, super Saturday, super excited, super coach. It's such an honor and a privilege to be a part of this community. It's not just a coaching community, it's also a community of sisterhood. And one of the things that you said, Coach, and I done hashtagged it, fight for your money, fight for your life. Fight for your money, fight for your life. And you couldn't have said it better when you said we fight every day for our everyday things that we do. Fight for your money. It's a mindset. It's a mindset change. And when I came into this community to be coached by you, I have changed my mindset. I'm thinking differently. I'm thinking about how I can do things different. Some of us out here are super talented and we have all these ideas. That was my issue. Having all these ideas, Coach, being super creative. I have all these ideas. And, master of, what do they say?
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yes, ma'am. Jack of all trades, master of none. Oh my good. I can tell you that you can fly, but I can't tell it to myself. And that's been key for me, being a part of this community, being a part of people who are have the same mindset that said, hey, not only was I where you were, but now I have gone beyond that and I can show you how. And that's what's most important. See, we can look around us and we can see a lot of people, in the same boat that we're in. But look outside the boat, because there's some people that done got out that boat. It's some people that done climb out that boat and they walked on water when Jesus said, come to them. They walked on that water, but they looked down and sunk. But he even reached his hand down and pulled them back up. And that's what this community means to me. That's what being a part of this coaching community means to me. Because Coach is one person, right? But she's built a community of people who can reach down and pull you up. Miss CJ, she gonna get you right about what to do about your PPP loan if that's your area and that's something that you're interested in. We got Miss Shakita. Miss Shakita gonna get you right about being a real estate investor. I mean, she's done it. She was where we used to be, and she pulled herself. She did it. Miss Berlin, they're gonna get you right. So this is a great coach community. I'm excited to be a part of it. Miss Dawn gonna get you right about your kids on this internet. And if you confused about anything, you can reach out to her, and she's gonna get you right and give you some insight about these little blurbs that they got, these little name drops that they have, and we don't know what BRB means and AKA all them different words. Oh, she'll get you right. And so it's just exciting to be a part of this. I will be definitely there at our Super Saturday. I'm definitely committing to sponsoring someone, and I just want to say I'm truly excited about it. I'm truly excited about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz, and I appreciate that. And guys, you got to get excited about your money. So when I say fight for your money, I don't mean fight in a negative way. I mean fight because you know what's on the other side. Fight because you know what the Most High has promised you. Fight because you know how the story ends. Quit acting like there's a doubt that he's going to come through, that there's a doubt as to your abundance, that you're fighting and you don't know who the winner is. The beautiful thing about this is when you do your work and you fight, baby, you win. Every single time. It's not like fighting at a job because you're not guaranteed an outcome of abundance at that job. But when you fight over here, you're guaranteed an outcome of abundance. I tell you that. Just walk the walk, do what he says you need to do. It's critical. I was going to say one more thing before we close down. Does anybody have any questions? Listen, I want to remind you that the goals you set for yourself end up being your outcome. So most new people in business do this. And Latalia, you could probably speak on that. They say, I'm new, so I'm going to charge this and see if I can get these many people. So I'm only going to charge, $500, and let me see if I can get 5 people, which we all know that equates to $2,500. When you have the courage to say, I'm going to charge $5,000 and I'm going to go get 5 people, that equates to $25,000. That is a big difference, guys. That is a big difference. And it's going to take you the same energy and effort to get those 5 at 500 that it's going to take you to get the 5 at 5,000, as long as you know what you're doing.
Right, because your business may be new, but your experience is not new.
Your experience is not new. Your motivation is not new. Your passion is not new. Your ability to help people to the other side, that's not new. I was telling Dr. Cynthia that she had helped this man bounce back from, baby, he was underboard. Hello. His credit was so low, they stopped reporting him at the bureaus. Hello. You try to pull up his credit and you get an error. They ain't even got a number that low for that man. And she helped him come all the way back. And I was like, the Dr. C, please tell me how much you charged him. Let's just suffice to say, she ain't charging what she should have. Because she was like, well, I'm just working to see, is this going to work? And girl, you know it's going to work. You've been doing this. Why do we insist on letting people off the hook when it comes to paying us?
Nobody let us off the hook when we had to learn that skill set.
Nobody lets you off the hook when it's time for you to pay them. So who are we, and why do we think we're everybody's saving grace? And we be so worried about their bills and so worried about their children and so worried about their next level. And then they get what they're going to get from us and they're gone. They don't look back and say, oh, you helped me. Let me help you. You did this for me. Let me do this for you. So no, we can't be more worried about somebody else's life than they are. Go ahead, Dr. Cynthia was gonna say something.
You're absolutely right, Coach. And and in that, and when we had that conversation, I had to learn to charge my work, because the other thing is, sadly enough, he turned around and got himself back into that hot water situation, out of the frying pan into the fire, as they say, and thought that he could come back to me again.
So let's
because I didn't charge work and I didn't charge my value.
Back. He got back into this situation because the way you helped him, he didn't have any skin in the game. So it didn't cost him. He didn't have to sacrifice. See, you got to remember, God carves out a path for us. And when we don't take that path, it's a hard way to go. And so since he didn't have to pay a penance, right? He didn't have to sacrifice. He didn't have to reconform. You made it easy for him to bounce back. He didn't have anything to be afraid of. It was easy for him to go and get right back into that same position. So guys, when you're charging people your worth, you're making it easy for them to go back and do them same things that they were doing before, because they haven't put any skin in the game. You literally gave them something that had no value. Just like the Fight for Your Money conference. I would love to do it for free. I would love to. But no, I said even $20. Show me you care. Show me your money is important for you. Put money where your mouth is. If I'm going to do a boot camp, 4 days, if you can't pay $20, you don't need to be in the room and hear the information that's being passed out. You don't need to have access to the tools and resources. You've got to start helping people understand that every bit of knowledge has value. And if they don't have that knowledge, their life is going to look a lot different. Now, so I'll give you an example. What would I look like charging somebody $99 to show them how to go make $50,000 to $100,000 in 30 days? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense financially.
It doesn't even sound right.
It don't even sound right.
Sound right. And they would pass it up, not just because of what you say the result is. They pass it up because it's so cheap.
And some of you guys are pricing yourself out of business because it's so cheap. It's too good to be true.
Sounds like a scam to me. If you tell me, pay me $99, I'm going to help you get 6 figures. That sounds like a scam to me.
Exactly. So guys, does anybody have any questions before we go about you creating your high ticket product? Because that is truly, truly, truly that's just one of the steps for you being able to have a 5 or 6 figure launch. I'll give you an example. If you're trying to make 5 or 6 figures off of a book launch, I did 50 Shades of Quit. I did a book launch about 3 years ago, 50 Shades of Quit. No, it was a Quit Conspiracy. I sold 1,000 copies of that ebook in 48 hours. The ebook wasn't but $19.99, y'all. So guess what I made? I made $20,000. So let's say I had sold 1,000 of a $100 product. I would have made $100,000. Let's just say I would have sold 1,000 of a $200 product. I would have made $200,000. So do y'all see why having higher end products are a necessity for you to be able to launch at that 5 and 6 figure range? And I don't care who you are. You could be a baker. You could be a shoe salesman. You could be somebody that ties shoes. I can show you how to create a high-end product. Questions, comments before we go? Guys, we'll be back at 2 p.m. If you've not registered for Super Saturday, and tonight I'm going to be showing you the math on paper on Zoom, make sure you go to bit.ly/supermoney21. Girl, it's these years. And the boot camp is bit.ly/moneyfight21, right? I said 2020 earlier, girl. We out that year. We are out.
I got them right in the chat though, Coach. You are right.
I appreciate that. I want to make sure I get them right on Clubhouse. So guys, we're going to see you at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time today, and again tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Invite a friend. We're all day. This is Super Money Saturday. We're going to be talking about profits. We love you guys. Have a great day.
Have a great day.